I'm recording right now. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so you want me to intro that again?
Yeah.
So we're talking about being agents of change. This is a conversation about improving our leadership skills, and we're exploring different topics on things that will help us improve in that area. So what we're talking about tonight is our doubts and fears must die. And the first, let's see if I can get it up here. So the first point is something must die, be it our fears or our doubts or our business or our relationships. And so basically what that means to me is that you can't have your cake and eat it too. You've got to change in order to grow your business, or you don't change at all and your business will suffer. One thing about Take Shape for Life that we all know is that there are areas of it that you come to the table where you're strong and you're already talented in, and there are areas of it that you have to grow to be more talented in. And so I feel like that's kind of what this is speaking to. Does anyone else have a comment they'd like to make about this?
No, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Bliss.
No,
so that whole idea of pursue discomfort and grow to be the person you want to be, I think it kind of be a subheading under this point.
And there's that one cliche, which is so true, where it says growth or transformation happens at the end of your comfort zone. And so we have to. And honestly, the fears, even me, I told you I did that health fair Thursday night, and I was like, I didn't want to do it. But once I got there, it was just so life-giving, and there was nothing scary about it. And I got engaged in some amazing conversations with people about health and how they're eating. And there was a bunch of children there, and we talked to them about their lunches and their choices. And it was just great. And it was so fun. So I would have missed it.
So it's nice to face your fears, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the second point is it really comes down to how much we care. If we care greatly, then we'll put ourselves aside and work spreading the word. And so I think that let our passion guide our actions is another way of phrasing that. Just speak from our heart and plant those seeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
See what blooms.
Mm-hmm.
And then our temptation to try to force change must die. And by that, I think that relax, be yourself, be comfortable in your own skin, try not to be someone else. I know one thing that Kathy and I have talked about in the past is we want to be like Kim, but we really need to be our own version of Kim, not try and be her. So we don't want to force that, that change. Any other thoughts from you guys?
No, it's true. I talked to a potential coach today, and she said she wasn't interested, but I still postured the opportunity to her, and we're talking because she's so careful and intentional about her health and cooking and eating healthy and being very supportive. But she was like, I have to come clean. I smoke. And so, she was like, I don't know if I could even do this. I smoke. I'm like, you know what? It's okay, because when you're ready to give it up, you'll give it up. And if you give it up too soon before you're really ready, then no good thing will come from that. You cannot force being ready, even to stop smoking or to get healthy or whatever. So, I had to put that into practice today, where I wanted to say, yes, heck yes, quit smoking. But, really until someone's come to that point where they're just absolutely ready to do this. And that's where I think the freedom, and when you go back to the first bullet point, Bliss, because I think if we can live in that freedom of not forcing people to change, then we can share to everybody, everywhere, all the time, because we're not attached to whether they're going to do it or not.
Exactly. Good point.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay, are we ready to move to the next one? Or does anyone else have anything else they want to add?
I'm good.
Okay, so the next topic is be ready to give up control. We saw that coming, didn't we? So Robert Quinn wrote, in deep change, this usually requires letting go of control. So I guess some of these points were Bill's. So I guess being ready is also being ready to let go of, right? So you have it in your head that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not only am I ready, but I'm actually going to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And tell me what that means for you, Bliss.
So, what does that actually mean for me? I'm trying to think of an example.
Like, what does letting go of control mean for you, either in your coaching to your clients or in you being a coach?
Okay, so I think probably the best example I can think of is when I'm a mentor coach to my coaches, that I respect when someone comes to the table with a different idea or a different way of doing things than I would, than I would do it personally, or that I would be comfortable doing it personally. I have to give that up and just say, hey, that sounds like a great idea, and support them and be happy that they found something that they can be excited about, and an avenue of spreading the word, or some way that they're going to coach their client. And so, again, it's just because it's not right for me doesn't mean it isn't fantastic for someone else. So that's me giving up my control and my perception of what they should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a good example?
Yeah. And conversely, I think for me, as I'm being mentored, yes, when I was growing my business, nothing felt normal. Nothing felt comfortable, because I had never done anything like this before in my whole life. So when I was being mentored by Kim, and she would say, now do this, now do this, I didn't want to. And it didn't feel normal, didn't feel natural. It wasn't what I wanted to do. So I had to give up my control of what I thought was best, and I had to submit. And, success leaves clues, right? That's the big buzz phrase amongst some of the leaders right now. Success leaves clues. So we're going to kind of we want to be a Sherlock, and we want to look for those clues and see how we can emulate those. So I realized Kim had done what I had not done, and Kim had done what I had not done in a huge way. So I was going to do whatever she said. So I had to give up my control and just do it. So, that's on both ends of what you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. So the next point is face the unknown and go into the land of uncertainty. That's exactly what you just spoke about, Peggy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's letting go of our control and trusting the TSFL coaching system and the overall support system will handle it. So you have to have faith in the way that the company was designed, that you'll get the mentorship that you are, not that you deserve, but that you require, or that you need, or that you should have, and stop trying to, control kind of the outcome of all of that. Look to all different kinds of people as the mentors, and trust that the system will work.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a business. I mean, I have had my own business where I've had just me when I did my medical transcription, but my husband had a business where we had employees. And that is such an absolute stressful, unbelievable. If you've had in businesses, you'll know how stressful it is. Do you have employees, Renee?
No.
And we work in this business called Take Shape for Life, I think, that is so fantastic in that we get all the benefit of all the corporate incentives and all the websites and all the business helps and things, and we don't have to worry about payroll or employees or writing reviews or any of that. They just do it for us. So it really is, if we can just kind of give up and just trust what's already set in place, it will, we can make this be a great thing.
Right. And the last one is use the system. That's exactly what you're talking about, Peggy. That's the webinars and the people in the network and the websites that are set up and There's just so many resources. The printed materials, the brochures that Take Shape for Life puts out are tremendously helpful. So use the system. Be ready to give up control and learn and grow, right? Be an agent of change.
Bliss, what's your favorite Take Shape for Life tool that you use? Printed, maybe a brochure or printed, whatever. What's your favorite thing?
I like the file folders.
Okay.
I think they're great. I love using them. I love putting my files in them, and I love what they say on the front. I love what they say on the inside cover. I love that my phone numbers are right there. I keep the file folders at my fingertips at all times.
Kathy, what about you?
Well, now that she's saying that, I'm like, I really need to dig mine out because I never got started with those.
Oh my gosh, Kathy, you're missing it. Look at this.
I know.
I've ordered 3 different ones. Look, this is file folder 3. I even have, I don't know how you don't. Anyway.
Trust me.
How you live through the day without this, I don't know.
No, I developed my own thing, which I don't think works well. But honestly, when they originally got my kid, it was like there wasn't a lot of talk about file folder until I went to convention, and it was like, okay, the file, I need to find that and dig it out. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to dig it out. But no, gosh, I haven't, that's something to think about is what's my favorite, that tool. I mean, I use the Office in Motion, I'm using more of the order, looking at my clients and trying to figure out where they are, like, what are they ordering and how are they, I don't know. I do get to more analyze stuff, but I probably don't, do enough of that. So yeah, I really need to do more what Bliss is doing though, get more into the documents, the files, the file folder system, and then other tools that we have. But like the webinars, because we had that Russ McCann training, I'm like, oh, I really need to, look at more of these webinars and look at what the tools that other people are using, because there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so.
I think I'm with Kathy. When I started, we didn't emphasize the file folders that much. And so I have not been a file folder user, but I've looked at them recently, and like they are so full of like diamond information, just gems. And so
the inside cover of file folder 3 is plateau tips.
Okay, yeah.
And, since we had Christmas, and then after Christmas everyone went down, and now I have some people that are in plateau. It's just so nice to have it right there.
Right. So those are fantastic tools. I use a lot the peak videos. I love the peak videos from Power Losers, and then that Team Global Webinars website is really, it is like all encompassing of everything you need.
Yeah.
That's a great website. Renee, you're kind of your new coach. I don't know what's going on with you. What do you find most helpful for you?
Well, I took a break for a while, and one thing when I first came back, I went on. My goal is to look at a YouTube video every day. So I looked up Dr. A, all his videos on YouTube, and it kind of basically puts you back in the frame of mind that he's out there fighting for us, and he's giving us all these tools, and it just keeps giving this company so much credibility. Mm-hmm. And I just really enjoy looking at that. That's what I'm doing right now. Every day I'm listening to somebody's video on YouTube every day.
Great.
And so I don't know if that's a tool of Take for Life, but
no,
that's what I enjoy.
Nope, it's great. If it's whatever helps you to move forward. Whether it's just and honestly, personal development, that would be considered personal development, which is going to move you forward. If we are not going to help our clients unless we're helping ourselves, unless we're growing ourselves and always doing something to better our perspective, to better our brain, to better our outlook, our attitude. And so that's perfect, Renee. Excellent. I'd love to chat with you sometime and kind of find out what's going on and where you are with that. Would you be open to that? Of course not right now. We're in the middle of a call, but I would love to do that. I know you're busy, so.
No, I'm not that busy.
Okay. Okay.
You heard it here.
Okay. Well, let's get you busy, girl.
What I mean is that this business is my top priority, so I'll make time.
Okay. Let's chat. I think I have your number. Let me verify that. Okay. great. Kathy, you're getting ready to you're getting ready to jump back in with both feet and go up to your neck, right?
Did Kathy freeze?
Yes, ma'am.
There you are. So what?
No, I think my slowing down. So
Say that again.
no, my computer was making everybody sounded like they were in slow motion. So
Okay.
just a connection. So yeah, no, I mean, I took a week because I started doing some, work on my own, like salary, and somebody's typing, so maybe.
Me, sorry.
Oh, okay, just me. But I started thinking, I need another job because my husband, and Peggy knows this, because my husband, his job is possibly ending. He's got a layoff notice, and I'm like, I need another job. So I was working for a plumber last week and learned that it is not all cracked up to be what I thought it'd be. And I'm telling you, when I got my bonus, because it was a rolling consistency bonus, I haven't had a bonus like this in a few months. I was like, okay, that just even reassured me more that this is the business. And I am, and then when you told me about Wendy, about collecting yeses calls, I'm like, okay, I'm like making my list. We're going to start making calls, and I got to do this to really get myself more, because the collecting yeses, I just never really did a lot of that. I did it out and about, but not like intentionally took a list and called people. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going whole hog because I really need this. And I want this. It's not I need it too. I want this job, this opportunity is unlike anything I've ever done. So.
And let me share the Wendy Henry story. I was listening to some calls, leadership calls. I went to Jan Paxman's. Jan Paxman has a go-getter call every week, and so I listened to that last week. And Wendy Henry's part of her team. And last March, a year ago, last month, she started coaching mid-March, and by the end of March, she was ED. So like in 2 weeks, she just sat on the phone and made phone calls. She got 17 clients. Maybe it was next month. It was the next month. Anyway, she got 17 clients and a bunch of coaches. It was just focus, and put the blinders on and just go, and take the fear out of the way, take the negativity out of the way, and all the excuses, and just do it. And she just made global. She just made global. So she went from brand new health coach last March to this March 31st, they broke global in a year.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's really great.
It really seems crazy, but it's not. That's the thing that's so funny is you can just think, oh, it's crazy. I'm like, but it's not. It's not crazy. It can be done. People are doing it. So why not me, you, everybody? Right.
So there's so much potential, and we just need to get ourselves switched around, positive thinking, all the negatives out, and it's all just positive, and take out all the fear, and move forward. It's great. It's great. I sent you a chat, Renee, about your phone number.
It came up, but then it went back down really quick.
Do you have a chat button on the bottom?
Oh, okay.
Chat back to me.
Peggy, after you have your mentor calls, will you call and share any information you
I will. I'm going to make notes. Yeah, definitely. Because I really want to move forward. I really want to, and I want to share, and I want to mentor my coaches better. And that's the whole point of this. It's like, I know I have so many holes in my development, and I have so many holes in my systems, and I really want to increase those and better those. So that's the whole point of this. And so I definitely will share for sure. So
good.
Yeah, I'll make some notes because I want to grow my team, and I know that I'm not going to get any better until I learn how to share and grow other people. So
I want to be shared and grown.
I know. I do too. That's why I'm going to call Kim.
Pick me.
I think we all do.
Yeah. Well, this was great. This is a great call. Anybody have anything else to say?
No, but I'm happy to get together with the team, Team Curran.
I love it. Renee, thank you so much. I know it was, again, I understand the annoyance of trying to pull a camera together and the whatever else. Are you on a desktop computer? Is that what you're on?
Yes.
Because the laptops are a little bit easier. So, well, let's chat this week too, Renee, maybe even tomorrow or the next day, and kind of see where you're at and what your income producing activities